What is up, everyone? It's Mr.StealUrGurl coming at you with another Supreme Commander 2 cast. Today, it is a 2v2 on the iconic Fields of Isis. And let's see who our players are, shall we? We got Alphahex spawning in as the White Siren, dropping down what looks like 3 research stations, popping them down there and so that his engineers will complete them for him. It looks like he started some mass, so not to waste time, so that's a really good strategy. The commander starting him, of course, not finishing that one, so that's not so good. He really wants to get that research bonus going on, and his partner, Dead Assassin, started an air factory and walking away. I don't see what's going on with these folks. Spawning in as the red Aeon commander. That will be Team 1 over here on the left side of the screen where my cursor is circling. And Team 2, we got... how do you say that? Atagec. Atagec 1 spawning in as the blue Aeon commander, rushing the front to drop down a land factory. He started with 1 research factory, and his engineers are going to get his eco up and running. And his partner spawning in as the orange UEF commander, ours, starting off with the double air factory. He is scouting all the things. He wants to see all of what he can see, and he's seeing a line of energy, which is kind of, you don't need that much energy, especially that early on. He is going to get free run. He's going to see it all. Team 2 is definitely going to be in the know. And so you want to do 2 energy generators. That's the way to do that, because that's how much you really need at this point, especially since Alphahex is going the research route. So let's speed this bad boy up and see how they get on. I got this video in my email box saying that it is the game of the month, and we shall see about that now, shall we? And right now, everyone, it is 1 in the morning. Well, as you can see in my computer screen right down here, it is 12:56 a.m. on Saturday, January 16th, 2016, and I am kind of tired from my day at work, so please forgive me if I stumble upon anything. And poor Alphahex, his teammate is just taking that mass point, and that's just fine. And poor his teammate, he can't seem to make that happen, and there's going to be a mobile missile launch, a tactical missile aimed at something, and it looks like it is going for where something was. What is the name of his? Dead Assassin, that's right. Dead Assassin is his partner, and unfortunately for him, he is pretty much dead in the water because those air units are essentially worthless. He really doesn't need to create a line. Okay, he created 1. It would do better like over here and underneath the factory shield. Oh, he is correcting that mistake by building a factory so it could get under a factory shield, most hopefully. Dead Assassin has health on the air unit, so he's going to really commit to this despite being behind. Ours, Alphahex is researching the Megalith too. That is more than likely what's going to happen. And ours really should be making bombers or doing something more. Oh, he's getting a research station, so that's good. And bots for Atagec 1, so that's going to be an interesting thing. I don't see why he went bots, but we shall see how that works out for him. And the AA coming from the land factory, which is the right response right there. And maybe another anti-air tower somewhere in this vicinity would cover all the things. But they know about that land gantry, and I think that Assassin would have been smart to switch out. But then again, that is keeping ours producing these wasps and adapters. That is the absolute right response. And a line of energy generators that is most definitely needed for a megalith production. When is Atagec making another land factory? He's a little bit slow on the land factories there, in my opinion. Should really just have a line out the gate right now, and he's lost 2? How did he lose 2 mass extractors? I don't understand what's going on here. Alphahex, his tactical missile launcher is probably much better, and I think Alphahex took a mass extractor, or his teammate just gave it to him because he may definitely need it. And again, with that air tower placement, it should be more out here to protect these, or next to the factory so it won't get bombed into oblivion once ours decides to switch to bombers. But he's not doing that, so the placement is just fine. And AC-1Ks coming into play for ours. Well, not coming into play, but the gantry is going down. And a megalith out for Alphahex. Now, this unit is just walking in, doing whatever the heck he wants, destroying all the things, and those little bots can do absolutely nothing about it. I don't see why Atagec didn't create something else to really deal with this, or at least research, what would you call that? Research teleport. But then again, I think Alphahex control K'd that, because the last time I checked that had a lot of health on it. So, bots destroying a, what would you call that? A megalith. Again, guys, it's 1 a.m. and I am very, very tired. And another megalith. I would like to probably see some cicadas coming out. Cicada. And ours gets heavy shield on his air units. Where are they? There they are. And now that's pretty much going to effectively shut down all of Dead Assassin's air. But actually, Dead Assassin has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 air factories coming up. And ours is only 4. So, I don't know, but 4 research stations. So that's really putting ours ahead in the research game here. But it appears that Dead Assassin is definitely going to catch up. And Atagec is now pushing in with all his bots. He needs to be really careful for structure detonate. And where those bots go. Oh my goodness. Did he really? Now that was the absolute worst thing you could do as an Aeon player. I didn't even check there. I looked over here because this right here would be the, or back here would be the logical place. Like the bots are right here. It'd be logical to go here and take these things out or harass the base, right? But he tries for a snipe and structure detonate. As you can see, there was probably an energy generator. No, yeah, an energy generator or a research station right there, research station. And all that entire army was destroyed with one structure detonate. So that's one of the major challenges there for anyone playing against Cybrin. Now, see, he's putting down energy generators against mass extractors. That's a great defense. It takes more time to chew through those energy generators. And also, any unit that's foolish enough to get close to the structures instantly dies. Now, these units would be really smart to jump back here and keep their distance. And is that a research station spam? Yes, it is. Now, he didn't waste any mass putting AA up on that. Now, there we go. Now, the structure detonate was not quick enough for structure detonate. And ours did not scout this. So the pulse battery has been researched by the bots. The bots should be split, and structure detonate takes them out so easily because the research stations have a large explosion, and the wasps might be in trouble here because that, yes, they researched flares. So flares are a very, very dangerous thing for any air player, but it appears that ours takes out and suppresses the Aeon Air Force very easily, and it appears 2 megaliths come in, and they are just wrecking those bots. See, once you get up to a certain number of megaliths, there's nothing you can really do against them because megaliths do so much damage. But 2 AC-1Ks come in just to wreak havoc on these 2 experimental units. And that's quite a loss there for Alphahex, because he's only got 1 right there. No, yeah, 1 megalith and 2 cicadas. He is building long-range artillery. That is going to make it very, very difficult for anyone to assault either of these bases, assault his base, because when that goes up in a structure detonate, that creates a large explosion. And using bots, see, that's the problem. Bots are, they don't have the range as the tanks do, and it looks like a snipe is coming about. Dead assassin is definitely a dead assassin, and boom, down they go. Those AC-1Ks are mostly kept out of the explosion, so damage on them is minimal. So dead assassin is down, and ours does not have to worry about an air force. So ours could switch to bombers freely, and he's putting up shields, which is a smart idea, because here comes the bombers. The bombers are going to do so much damage, and structure detonate is going to no! Structure detonate did not get them, but these bots are not, these megaliths are not being focused down. Oh, he gets the structure. Down goes 1 gantry, but that gantry could be quickly re-erected by building on top of the wreckage. And 2 long-range artillery firing in synchronicity, lapping away at some mass extractors. Ours really needs to repair that, like, now, and get up a shield underneath the shields, and hopefully the generator needs to be underneath the shields. Like, it would be really helpful to put it underneath this air factor. Right there is actually better. So hopefully ours gets that up in time to really do something. And I don't like where those bots are going. They need to, why don't they have shields on them? They should have research shields by now. No, there's 3 research stations. Oh my goodness, the bomb bouncer. Now, that is just really rude to have, because the bomb bouncer is incredibly powerful, and anything that passes over it is practically instantly dead. A cicada, megalith, loyal adapter, and commanders coming along just for the giggles of it. That's an OP combination right there. This base is going to be leveled in moments, and the only things to respond to it are these AC-1Ks, and they are susceptible to bomb bouncer damage. The only thing you can do is use the Harvogs and kind of poke in there at the bomb bouncer and move away. But this right here is an invincible force, I'm telling you right now. The only thing you can hope for is Alphahex to move his commander out of the protection of the bomb bouncer and die. See right there, that bomb bouncer just takes out everything. And that bomb bouncer's absorbing energy from each attack. And boom, as you can see, he just destroyed all of those things. And all Alphahex has to do is keep at range with the megaliths and just walk in there. So Alphahex gets training 5 on his units, and it appears that Atagec is trying to do a base trade, and he's base trading a little too close to that bomb bouncer. That bomb bouncer could do so much damage. And if I were ours, I would be researching the transport and to get my commander the heck out of there. Maybe the Starlifter what is that? The experimental or even just the regular one. Get your commander the heck out of there and put him down back here and suck up some of that yummy mass and rebuild, because that would really make it so that you can win. Now, that commander right there is so lucky. Atagec is just trolling Alphahex for now, and he's just hanging out, basing in his base practically. Any one of these bomb bouncers could just come in there and take out Atagec without any problem. But I think that that radar definitely sees that commander, but I don't think he has the units to do anything about it. One megalith could do the trick. What is that? A bomb bouncer? He is spamming bomb bouncers because, well, why the heck not? They are now going to keep Alphahex safe. And what happened to all of R's units? Oh, R's got jump jets. Now that is another good way to get the heck out of there. And a mega fortress. That will be very, very helpful. And I don't like where that's being built. That R's needs to just get back here. Just get back here. Rebuild, and you might be able to win. Rebuild, what would you call it? Rebuild some sort of artillery, and you could out-artillery them. Get up a bunch of those fortified artillery, and you gotta have a lot. Get that hardened artillery on, and blast the heck out of them when they come close. They won't, your artillery won't last long, mind you. But, oh my goodness, luckily that bomb bouncer wasn't charged. That would have hurt really, really bad. And R's given away the location of Atagec. And I don't think he has the time to rebuild anyway, because those units move pretty fast. And R's already getting hit in the face. He's going to go nuclear if he doesn't jump. And he jumps out of the way, which is thankfully the right thing to do. And Atagec, I don't think, research teleport, at least, and his commander is getting focused down. He should walk in there a little bit closer to have done more nuclear damage. Maybe take out some of those bomb bouncers with him, but probably not. So R's is now by himself. When I don't know why he's getting broadswords. If he really wanted to do this, he should be spamming bombers. I don't see where that mega fortress should be spamming bombers, and the bombers should have been going over his opponent's base to starve him out. Sure, he has a lot of units, but he should keep his commander on the run, and he should be building engineers. Those engineers should be expanding everywhere, so that Alphahex has to be everywhere as well. So, you know, the bombers would keep Alphahex busy. And a point defense, really? Sorry, Artis, that's kind of silly.
Destroyed.
Yes, that's actually a good idea, because there's no Air Force. You can just put that guy right here, or up in the corner. There is nothing to stop that from... That's really good there. Now that escape pod is really useful. That escape pod can be put in back of the base, and he'll be fine. Now, like I'm saying, he needs to get a bunch of engineers, and those engineers need to be spamming out those hardened artillery. Those engineers, he needs to get a transport unit and drop them all over the place. Just drop them everywhere and get them building. Just get them building artillery, get them building everything. So that would effectively cut off the movement of Alphahex the best he could, or at least cause Alphahex to he'd be forced in one specific area. See, now Alphahex is able to create a third artillery station, which is extremely deadly. And the engineers are building a line of air factories. That is going to be really painful, because there's an escape pod on the field. Once a couple of those fighters get behind an escape pod, only has 15,000 health, it's goodbye. This escape pod has no way of fighting back. Now he needs to get that commander back on the ground and start rebuilding. Now see, he's committing the air, which isn't a great idea. Even a couple fat boys would help. Now, I don't see why he's got the broadswords. The broadswords are just going to die. They're going to come in there and they're going to get structure detonated upon. Unless they can take that out quick. See, they're fat. There's a large enough number to take those out. And he needs to suppress that engineer, which is a good idea. Now, 3 of those artillery are not going to get through. Oh, they are going to get through shields. UEF shields are no match against Cybern artillery. Cybern artillery does so much splash damage, and UEF shield generators, they take 100% of the damage, and that splash damage actually damages neighboring shields. So the shields go down very quick. The best shields are the Cybern in this game because they take about 75% of the damage, and some of the damage goes through. Now, here, watch this. This is going to be completely overpowered, and lots of things dropping out of the sky and in the red. Now, very, very powerful units dying in just a few pulls of the trigger. Now, as you can see, the cicadas are now dead. And what the heck was that? Oh my goodness. That is the munitions from the AC-1 Terror bouncing back from the bomb bouncer shield. It's literally bouncing off, charging this unit, charging these things. And they're just going to walk in and wreck the place. And I don't see how ours is going to win now. Ours is pretty much done for. That one Mega Fortress should be hidden, spamming out units. It shouldn't be just sitting there waiting to die. Wasp should be built to protect it from these Geminis. As you can see, there's a couple Gemini just blapping away at a couple broadswords. A couple free kills. Cybern at this point is completely overpowered. There's really not a lot you could do against it except for digging in, and that takes a lot of time actually. So, yeah, it's pretty much, I think it might be coming close to game. So let's speed it up because this is taking a really, really long time. Alphahex probably has to keep at range because maybe point defense got put on these units, but I don't see the guns on the metal extractors, mass extractors. So there's, well, there you have it. There's no base there for ours, and ours is, nope, he's now a body. And like I said, that should have been producing wasps at a rate that could have stopped the Geminis before they even attacked the Mega Fortress, and it worked. So he needs to not go over them. See, there's the problem. It is now, I don't see, oh, is he microing out? Is he out microing them? Now, let's slow that down because that's amazing. If he's able to out micro a bomb bouncer, I would be truly amazed by Alphahex. Not Alphahex, by wow, I think he's out microing them. But he's putting his smaller units in the fray, which is not the right thing to do. It's he's gonna have less of them. And hopefully, you know, he's not rebuilding. He should be rebuilding, but he doesn't have the time to. I understand that. See the bomb bouncer just doing its job. And this is such good play here. No, he's getting too close. Oh, a little bit of damage, but not enough. He's getting really close. He's getting really close. Okay. Now, he's doing a really great job at stopping and keeping from going over the bomb bouncer. So he needs to go after the one that's weak. Go after that one that's outside. Or that one's good too. That Mega Fortress is not having a good day. Yes, another bomb bouncer down. Really well done there. This is really turned into an exciting game here. Now this is a battle of micro. Now Alphahex should be really moving his adapters to help out with this. Now this is so good here. Alphahex has a cicada. Now that has now changed the game. It's pretty much over. See how overpowered Cybran are? The cicada have effectively neutralized that attack, because now there will be no chance for a counterattack. And I don't know what these long-range artillery are ground firing against, but he might be hoping that there's something there. See, ours really needs to be rebuilding. He needs to reinforce what he has. And that's some dang good micro there for ours. I'm quite impressed by that, because he's just keeping away from that structure detonate. And yes, structural detonate does affect AC-1Ks, and down goes that air fortress. That is quite a loss there. Ours needs an air force right now. There's nothing he could do without having some wasps in the air. Speed it up just a tiny bit. This is a long match, everyone. I'm sorry for those at home who have things to do, but wow. And I know lots of people enjoy long matches, so for those of you who enjoy that, this one's for you. Down goes an AC-1K. That's unfortunate. Being really, really dangerous with where those AC-1Ks are, and they're just getting torn out of the sky, and down they go. Ours has energy income from his ACU. He could have been rebuilding right there, but now it is pretty much over, because this is the last unit. He has overcharge. I don't know what the heck he's going to do with that against a bunch of bomb bouncers, a cicada, and a couple megaliths, and there's even adapter shields. That's just not going to work. So there is the commander destroyed. Ours trying to confront Alphahex directly and jumping into the escape pod. That's an interesting thing there. I guess he really wanted to make sure he was going to survive that explosion. And there is the winner, Alphahex. And well done there, Alphahex. That was quite awesome work there with the overpowered Cybran combination. That is pretty much unbeatable, but ours did a really, really, really good job holding off against it, and he could have won if there were no more cicadas, but more cicadas came into play, and that effectively caused him to lose. He could have pulled away, but Alphahex was in the middle of a bunch of structures where structure detonate came into play, and that was that, folks. That was it, because Cybran at that point becomes pretty much overpowered, because they have everything. They're great. They are great at everything, especially late game. A Cybran player in the late game stages, when artillery and experimentals come about, it's pretty much over if you don't have the right counters already in play. So well done there, Atagec and Dead Assassin. You guys were playing with some of the best players that are playing Supreme Commander 2 right now. So thank you guys. Thank you to the viewer who sent this to me. Thank you for playing this match, Alphahex, Dead Assassin, Atagec, and Walkabold, aka ours. So well done, everyone. Thank you for playing. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, share this with your friends, families, and foes, because they need something interesting to watch too. And besides, that micro was top notch by ours, and that Cybran Death Ball was the ultimate death ball by our good friend Alphahex. So as always, everyone, GG.